Hi, I'm Paul from Spektre and you're watching Loop TV at ADE 2011. We've actually sort of had connections with Umek and Costas, who label manages 1605, for a little while now. We had an EP out with them probably a year ago now, 16 Sins and Power of 5. And then they've also recently re-released one of our big older tracks called Together as well. So yeah, we've had a connection with the guys for a while, so yeah, it's been good. But one thing I really admire about the label is that they're not afraid to put EPs out from sort of new, unsigned artists. You know, like if Umek gets a track and he believes in it, he'll put it out. Whereas a lot of labels of that sort of that sort of caliber would shy away from probably taking a risk on people like that. So yeah, it's one good thing I've always liked about the label, definitely. I'd say we probably haven't really taken any direct influence from the older Detroit stuff, or not very much anyway. That was more sort of the 90s European techno was the stuff that influenced us, but indirectly, I guess a lot of those guys probably would have been more directly influenced by the Detroit thing. So it's like kind of just because it's not a direct influence doesn't mean that's where it all started. So of course that's where it all leads back to eventually. Yeah, that's right. Spectre's a duo, but Rich, the other half of Spectre's, unfortunately he has to go his own solo project as well. So he's been at AD all week, but he's literally just disappeared this afternoon. So yeah, you've only got me today, unfortunately. But yeah, there's normally the two of us. So yeah, I've got a studio set up at my house, which is where it's all based out of, and it's mainly computer based these days. Like Ableton is the sort of hub of everything. But I've got a few old sort of analogue bits and pieces that get dusted down periodically. So yeah, it's a bit of a mixture, but it's mainly software based these days, to be honest. Just for the convenience, it's like just when you've got an idea, you can load a plugin, put something on it like that. You can do it in a few seconds. Whereas by the time I've turned all the hardware on, I could have had half a track written, to be honest. So. No, I used to be a Cubase guy for well, it actually started off on Cakewalk on Windows 3 or something, sort of showing my age a little bit there, just post Atari days was when I started. But yeah, it was Cubase for a number of years. Then we were using Ableton for our live shows, and kind of as it developed, I was like, it makes sense to just use the same software for everything. I wouldn't go back now. I'm quite evangelical in my support for Ableton these days. Yeah, well, basically we'd wherever possible, if both of us are around, we do it's like a hybrid DJ stroke live show basically, with Rich on Tractor on one laptop and me on Ableton on another. So it's kind of like the old Dex plus FX kind of idea, but with Ableton as the effect. So you can obviously add lots of loops, like live sequence drums and things like that in there. So yeah, it's cool. We do just DJ shows as well, like I'm doing tonight, obviously, because two laptops is I've unfortunately only got the two hands. So but yeah, the live shows are our sort of main focus really. Tractor all the way, yeah. It's Tractor for the DJ shows and Tractor plus Ableton when we're doing the sort of semi-live thing. So I love the nostalgia of the vinyl days, and I did DJ vinyl for many years. But what I don't miss is the sort of the spinal problems and sort of one shoulder being lower than the other and things like that. So it's easy to get all hazy-eyed and think how good it was. But to be honest, I probably wouldn't go back. To be honest. We use sample packs, but a mixture really. We've both been producing for a good number of years, so we've got a big sort of artillery of various stuff that's been pulled from vinyl, from any source really. We're not particularly picky, but yeah, I mean sound-wise, I think a lot of it, vinyl definitely does have a different sound to digital for sure, but I think a lot of it as well is down to the mastering process. Because in the vinyl days, obviously you had to get a good mastering engineer to do it, otherwise you couldn't physically get it onto vinyl. Whereas these days, a lot of people just get T-Racks, put it through the mega loud preset or whatever, and then that obviously is always going to make things sound shit. So I think a lot of it's down to the right people rather than the format. It makes no difference. It's a tool at the end of the day. I mean, and literally any bit of software, even the demo of Reason or whatever, is more powerful than what we were using in the studio 8 years ago. So it literally makes no difference at all. If it works for you, use it. That's the only thing. I do love Ableton. Yeah, it's fast. I like the creativity of it, but if people are making good tracks in Logic, I'm not going to tell them that they're wrong to start using Ableton.